Today I'm going to talk about the 7 calamities that comes upon a weak leader. The first thing you need to understand if you want to be a leader is you have to understand your job is not giving instruction, it's paving the way ahead. You cannot give instructions on responsibilities you do not take. If you do that, well, then you're a dictator, you're not a leader. And there's 7 calamities that comes upon a weak leader. Have you ever read the book of The Art of War? It's powerful. It's very powerful. And I'm just going to run through 7 principles. First principle, it's called the flight. He lacks vision and the ability to motivate other people. People flee from him because he's unable to carry the faith that people need. He lacks faith. First thing, if you want to be a leader, you cannot lack faith, right? You cannot lack the ability to motivate. How do you motivate? By empowering others and not exploiting them. You must understand they're part of your family. Unity is power. Unity is exponential multiplication. Second thing, insubordination. The leader is unable to take instructions or have respect. He cannot receive clear communication, and he is too selfish and incompetent to give instructions and be able to learn. Arrogance is a downfall. Insubordination, right? Subordination. So that's a very important thing. If you have a meek spirit, the Bible even teaches us, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. So that's important. Are you able to take instructions? High competent, high index learners listen. High competence index learners have a high vibrational thinking. They're able to absorb because they understand in their conscientiousness, in their whole environment of emotional intelligence. There's 4 pillars: self-awareness, self-management, right? Social awareness and relationship management. You cannot operate in one dimension where it's about you. Okay, third thing, collapse. He burdens people with unrealistic expectation, right? He's low competent, he's a high risk person. He lacks resources, he causes people around him to crumble, he's unable to build structure with the community or relationship expansion. He has low conscientiousness, he's very unable, he's a risk, right? You know, Jordan Peter will speak about the hierarchy of competence, right? They also have a much higher cortisol level, which means they have lower serotonin, which means their brain is running always on inactive thoughts, so they're not as productive as they can be. So the fourth one is ruin, okay? Mismanagement of resources, poor planning. You know, he cannot be interdependent, he cannot take accountability. His relationships and environmental changes leads him to bankruptcy and calamity, ruin. He's unable to stand. 5, disorganization, lack of discipline, lack of discipleship, lack of accountability, insufficient structure, workflows, that ultimately is leading him into unproductive outcome, stagnation, and loss because of no routine and clear expectations, right? The sixth calamity that comes upon a weak leader is direction. The leader is unable. He cannot adapt. He cannot foresee dangerous and potential hazards. He cannot see the long-term impact, the short-term impact. There's a word that's used for it. His existentialism is low. Very low, right? His conscientiousness is a low competency, his self-awareness, it's low, right? He has an insufficient adaptation to adversity, change, interdependent relationship, markets, disadvantages. He cannot see the circumstances he's faced with. It ultimately leads him to a disconnection and conflict and downfall, right? Because he cannot give direction. He lacks, right? He lacks vision. The Bible even teaches us that there where my people lack vision, or they would use the word knowledge, right? My people perish. There's a lack. The 7th thing is unable to be flexible, right? That's a 7th calamity. Unable to be flexible, right? He cannot adapt quickly enough. His time to fulfill his purpose, he's assessing risk, taking benefits, being driven, the long-term goals, the short-term minded. He's very short-term minded instead of long-term driven, right? And this is very important, and it's very sad, right, that a weak leader undermines the value of patience. He undermines his competitors. And that's why his competitors have advantage, right? Because he leverages his incompetency over them and they take advantage of it. I hope this video helped you to understand the 7 calamities comes upon a weak leader. One of the next videos I'm going to make is the characteristics of a strong leader. Okay, blessings.